Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are in the final days of September. You are hearing a vacuum in the background. That is my neighbor cleaning his yard. So disregard that noise. These are outdoor noises, and you know, this part of everyday life. So we are in the final stretch of September. Welcome back to my garden. I have been loving this September. It has been nice and warm. It feels like an extension of the summer. It's not, you know, a lot of cool. The nights are cool, but the days are nice and warm, and I've been loving it. The other thing that I've been loving is that we haven't had such a rainy September, but it's been just enough to keep the garden thriving. I haven't come back here and or felt the need to water the garden. The pots, you know, for sure. I've fallen off on some of my watering duties, and you will see. You will see. So without any further ado, let me show you what my September garden is looking like. All right, so let's start with the containers. So I've definitely fallen off on my watering game, and this container is showing its wear. Now, I am planning on doing some switch outs for fall, winter. I'm not a big like fall planter. In the past 3 years since I've been gardening, I have actually started switching out some of my containers. You'll see that more on the balcony, but these have seen better days, and they are ready for a switch up. What I've been loving here is this euphorbia. It's a diamond frost euphorbia, and they've really held up. It was literally one plant that I divided between the pots, so like 1 or 2 sticks, and they've really kind of held up and added a bit of accent to this. But these petunias are gone. The alyssum needs water. The cool thing about the alyssum is that once you can give them some water, they perk up, but I think they've kind of gone beyond the stage where, you know, they'll look brand new. So like I said, I do plan on switching these 2 pots out in the coming days, so I'm not too stressed about it. Over here, kind of get back. So if you recall, a couple of videos back, I did plant some lavender. One was here, another one here, and a third one back there. I wasn't really good with watering them. Even though lavender is drought tolerant, when you first plant them, you do have to be diligent with watering them. I am hopeful that they will come back, but if they didn't, you know, lesson learned. I will try again because I definitely want that effect. Okay, so yeah, so cross our fingers, you know, hopefully they do come back. What I've been enjoying back here is this gardenia. Now, I got maybe 1 or 2 blooms from it. I planted them in late spring, and those who've seen my previous video, when I first planted it, it was struggling. It had like the yellowing leaves. I wasn't sure if it was gonna make it, but it has literally doubled in size since I got it and planted it, and it is looking glorious. The leaves are so nice and full and green. Oh, whoa, what do we have here? Look at this. This is why I love the garden. So many treasures. So hopefully before the cold comes in, that bud gets to bloom. Yeah, so I'm so excited. Our ajuga, really just, you know, looking beautiful in its position. Yeah, so this is the other lavender. Is kind of really crispy. We'll see what happens. Over there we have our oak leaf hydrangea. Last year I did plant an oak leaf hydrangea I had it over there and I guess it was just way too much light for it. I'm hopeful that in its current position that it's happy. We do have some wilting, but we'll see if it makes it through the winter and then come back for the spring. Yeah, one of the things that I do love about oak leaves, oh look, little buds. Yeah, hopefully it makes it. One of the things that I do love about oak leaf hydrangeas, in the fall they have beautiful fall colors, so I'm actually looking forward to that. Here is our lovely blood good Japanese maple that was completely burnt to a crisp, and I had to defoliate and came back beautifully. So over there we have what is that, the baby spice viburnum. We have the snowball viburnum here. The snowball viburnum and the baby spice viburnum in the fall also have a beautiful fall color that I absolutely cannot wait to see. Okay. Our blue star juniper is looking beautiful all year round. Mugo pines over there, and our clethra, a white blooming variety of clethra. Let's go to our back here. This is what I refer to as my woodland garden. Okay, the hostas that I planted during the summer, the heat of the summer, didn't quite make it. This is Brother Stefan. In the coming weeks, I will be cutting down the hostas. I have a lot of little weeds that are growing here that I need to take care of. Over there, that little sad looking hosta, I believe is Summon Substance. So that needs to be cut down. Over there we have a proven winners variety that every time I get to it I forget. I think it's something moon, but it's very beautiful and it's holding up really well. Over there we have a Mighty Mouse hosta. All right. Love this little area. It's now in the early afternoons, around 2 o'clock. It's very warm out here. I have my sweater on, my cardigan on, mainly because I have like a little tank underneath. But it is nice and warm over here. You've seen a little bit of wilt in our arborvitae. Not in our arborvitae. Oh my god, my brain just went blank, y'all. My brain just went blank, y'all. Hydrangea. We see our little wilt in our hydrangea leaves. I am not worried. We did have a bit of rain this morning, so they did get some hydration, but when the sun is right on them, don't be alarmed. A little wilt by the afternoon. When the sun has gone down, they prop right back up. Okay, here is another container that is just ready to call it quits. The alyssum here is still looking quite beautiful. The petunias are still looking quite beautiful. I have really fell off of my spraying for the bugs, so I'm sure that the bugs have been having a savory meal on my petunias. And I'm okay with that. Nature's always going to win. Nature is always going to win. Okay, we're just fighting with the inevitable, but nature is going to win. One thing that I am appreciating over here is I will get some blooms before the frost comes from my dahlia. If you remember, I cut it all the way down to the ground around the end of July, mid-August, and I am so super happy. The reason why I had cut it down is because I had a bit of powdery mildew on there, and I am so happy that it has completely rebounded in time to get some blooms for the fall. Nature is so beautiful. Over here is one of my favorite areas to kind of sit and look out on, especially in the cool of the morning. Now, this is the reason why I will not be pulling the Steffi Gara out. I just love this effect around the bird bath. It just looks so whimsical and so beautiful. I love it. And my boxwood back there, that just adds a little bit of interest behind the bird bath. All right, these are my smooth hydrangeas back there that I'm absolutely loving. The two in the back are first editions, flowerful variety, and the one here is Limetta from Proven Winners. The catmints since spring have been definitely just holding their own. Another plant that flower that I've just absolutely been very impressed by is the I just have like these blank moments. Like the minute the camera goes on, I just have these blank moments. But this beautiful flower over here, I had also cut it down. Well, not really cut it down. I had cut off the blooms. They do have a bit of powdery mildew, if you can kind of see. That's there, but not too bad. Not enough that it bothers me. Okay. These are looking gorgeous. The alliums have since passed their prime, but still lending some interest with their blooms, and I will keep those up for the winter. The salvias, during my last video, salvia was just kind of just knocked out of my mind. I couldn't remember the word salvia to save my life. But now I remember the salvia, but now I just can't remember the other flower. I'm sure it'll come to me and I'll be like, ah. But the salvia over here is definitely just holding its own and lending some interest. I'm not going to cut the blooms. Once we get into the fall, I don't do much of deadheading or cutting down. I just kind of let the plants do, you know, what they do. My roses back there have since bloomed. I do see a few buds that remain, but I won't be deadheading them as we are heading into the winter. Sometimes when you deadhead them, you kind of encourage growth, and I do not desire that. Back here, I forgot to mention, in our pot, which has been blooming for some time now, this is a smaller rose variety. Again, my brain just went blank, but it is loaded with buds. I don't know how I feel about the flowers. I've come to realize that when it comes to roses, I really do prefer the double blooms. However, like my little yellow one over there, it's a knockout variety. It's not a double bloom, and I absolutely love it. I don't know, just preference. Just preference. Let's head up to the balcony. All right, so here I did switch out the pot that had the geranium, and I replaced it with a white pansy. I will be switching out these pots as well. The leaves have become a bit dry. Same on this side. I switched out the geranium that was in this pot for some pansies. And in the days to come, I will be making some changes. Okay, our rose here. No buds left on there, and definitely some critters have been partaking in the buffet over here. This is the Olivia Rose, Austin Rose. Planted it in the spring, gave us some beautiful flowers, but now it's just kind of, the leaves are yellowing. I don't know if it's me giving it too much water. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we'll keep an eye out. Yeah. So that's pretty much the update for the back. The sun is kind of like right shining on me. It's really bright. Kind of sweating the few minutes that I've been back here. Unfortunately, the mosquitoes are still out and about, so they have been feasting on my feet as I've been giving this tour. But I've definitely enjoyed the warm September days, because I absolutely do love the spring and the summer, and always when the fall comes I get a little sad because it signifies that the plants will be, you know, taking a break for the winter. So in the upcoming weeks, I will be cutting certain plants down to the ground, and some I'll just kind of leave over winter. And I'll share that in the next video. I learned a lot last year, certain plants that I had cut down to the ground, and that was a mistake last fall, so I won't be doing that this fall. But there are definitely certain plants that as I've been you know, doing research, and also from personal experience, like the hostas and the peony, those will be cut down to the ground. So that'll be in the next video. As always, I am so grateful for the viewers. We have surpassed 100. I know 100 in the grand scheme of things may not be a high number of followers, but it is definitely an awesome milestone for me. And I'm also very grateful for all of the kind comments that I've received. I've enjoyed documenting my backyard since the spring. And I've also enjoyed kind of looking back a bit and seeing how far the garden has come. And I'm also looking forward to the garden maturing, because most of the plants back here are 1 to 3 years old, so very, you know, babies. So as they mature and fully develop, I am looking forward to that. Yeah, so thank you for hanging out with me and seeing what my September garden looks like. As always, you know, click like, subscribe, so that you can also continue on this journey with me, with my backyard oasis. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day. Bye.